how's it going, universe? Welcome to another episode of Zoobox Live for April 7th, 2021. It's me, Shaun,
Absolutely.
always Dan,
Yeah, buddy.
the midweek crew, as they
Midweek
say.
crew. That's what they say.
It's hump day, everyone. I don't think we've
It
ever
is
mentioned
hump
that.
day.
It's hump day. This is like what really helps people get through the week. What would they do? They'd be lost. Like children.
They would. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have those thought processes anymore,
Like what? The days of the week?
Yeah. Don't
Yeah, like
matter
those
to
are
me.
for, that's peasantry. That's pedantry.
Every day is Saturday, and it's for the boys. So, hell yeah. But it's been good, man. Just fucking ripping. Trying to get this shit going. I don't know why. I feel exhausted today. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been doing jiu-jitsu and stuff, and
Oh yeah, how's that going?
it's all right. It's fun. I just don't know how I feel about the gym that I'm going to. It's like a week because I don't blame them. This is nothing against these guys. Like the people are really nice. Like everyone's really welcoming and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't feel very serious, in a sense. I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, I
Like-
guess it's what it's, yeah, I guess, I mean, it's more just like a normie, casual gym experience, like more for working out, or what?
Nah, it's not even working out. No, you learn jiu-jitsu. It's just not, I don't feel like it's, you're not Cobra Kai. You're not ripping in there and they're like, oh.
If those were your expectations, are, yeah, I guess.
No,
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping it to be like, hey, all right, like you're a new guy, like come here, like let's go over, like you come with me, we'll go over all the fundamentals and like let's really get into the details of it. There is another one here which I'm thinking about going to testing out in the area, in the back where I used to live in the other town.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I could maybe go over there and try it out for a couple days, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. It's like there is no like contract. You pay for as long as you go.
Okay.
So it's really not a big deal if you're like, all right, I'm done. Like I'm just not gonna pay. I'm not gonna come anymore.
Yeah.
So I might give them a month or something.
Yeah, that seems fair. I mean, you got to see if
See what
it
happens.
might be different. How many times have you gone?
4.
No, really.
Yeah, and like it sucks because like it's only from 7 to 9 Monday through Thursday right now. Then you look at the other gym and it's like varying hours like every day of the week except Sunday.
Yeah,
So
because
you're kinda like-
with your lifestyle, I will call it.
Yeah.
You could go at like 11 o'clock in the morning. That would be like that'd be primo time.
I could go like they have 7, they have 8, they have like 11:30 or whatever. They have all these different hours, which is cool. But this is something that is true. So like at the other gym, like the one that I'm going to right now, I mean I could say, well I'm gonna get more one-on-one time because there's less people, like with the lead instructor. You go to the other place, like that guy is probably not gonna be there all the time. Like the guy that is running this gym is a black belt. Like he's fucking the guy. Like, and he's there every day, Monday through Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's a good thing, I would imagine, having more access to the head instructor.
Yeah, in theory, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give him a month. I'm gonna see how it goes. And yeah, I mean they're pretty cool people. They're nice. Everyone's pretty cool. But it's not like a bunch of killers. It's kind of like I feel like it's like the Replacements almost in a weird way. Like,
Well, yeah, because it's like a
and I ain't
little
talking shit, but that's what it feels like.
small town, local yokel gym kind of situation.
Yeah, but the other place is not like that. Like that's what I'm saying.
That's like
The other
Globo.
place
That's
is
like Globo Gym. Like
Yeah, that's what that
Yeah.
is legitimately the best way to describe it.
Yeah, because you're at with like Vince Vaughn's people right now.
Yeah,
You got to get over to that Ben Stiller outfit. You
Well,
know?
they got heart, and they got the right motivations. I think. I mean, I don't know. I don't know though. Like I don't know these guys, so they're really good people, like nice people. But I just don't feel like it's like we're here to work.
No, because
Know
it's
what I
like
mean?
an extracurricular. Like that's what I mean. It's like the atmosphere of like they're just kind of doing it for exercise, and they're just like you roll around, you learn a little something, but it's not like a serious endeavor for them.
Right.
It's just like kind of something to do. Like the boys, the bros, they need things to do. Like It's a healthy thing. They got to get out of the house. He said, "Oh, the wife."
Well, no, but
back.
they're like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I was talking to Mike about it because Mike's obviously been doing it longer, and he goes, "Yeah, man." He's like, you know, you gotta remember, dude. Like, just most people, like, you're not, unless you're going to like some big gym that's like super competitive. Like, that's what their goal is to create the most like lethal, like, you know, killers.
You're not in a competitive environment. You're not building up for competition.
And that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. Like, it's kind of part of me is like I thrive in that.
Did you have like kind of like fantasies of the movie Bloodsport? You're like, this is what it's gonna be like. This is where I'm going.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna be like Jean-Claude Van Damme at the end of Bloodsport, glorious, covered in blood.
Yes, that's exactly. I was kind of thinking, at least, I don't know. Like, it's just like, you know, we go over a move and then we do like, so you warm up for like 15 minutes. The guy has interesting philosophy. He's like, hey, like you get 2 hours here. And he's like, we're not going to spend it at like 45 minutes working out. He's like, we're going to learn, we're going to do stuff, and you can roll, you can go around for like an hour. And some gyms have different methods on it. Like, they say you can't roll for your first year, you know? Like, they don't want you rolling for your first year. It's all about fundamentals and everything.
Sure.
So I don't know. Like, I'm gonna give it a try though. I'm gonna give it a try for at least a month. I can do it where if I pay him, like, I can pay him 6 months up front, and then that's like $75 a month versus $100. So I'm thinking about maybe doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, what's the harm of like going to a gym for 6 months? Like, there's really no harm in learning for 6 months. I can see how it goes.
Is it specifically a jiu-jitsu gym, or can you go there and do other things?
No, it's a jiu-jitsu
So
gym.
it's like a dojo.
Yeah.
That's what I call them. I call all these things dojos.
Yeah, well, this isn't fucking karate, Shaun.
Now, what is the name of your clan?
It's 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. That's what it is.
10th Planet, really? Isn't that the Eddie Bravo thing?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You could be like, yo, you should get some insider footage. Be like, these guys are soft. They're no good.
I don't know.
Send it to Eddie Bravo. Be like, this is your name? This is your legacy, Bravo?
That's the thing. Is like, well, 10th Planet is a style.
No, I know.
It's good. Traditional no gi. It's no gi jiu-jitsu versus traditional jiu-jitsu, which you wear a gi. So, I don't know. And like, the thing is, like, I'm gonna keep going though. I'm definitely gonna keep going for a little while and just trying it out, and you know, keep going. It's fine.
I suppose once you get to know them a little bit better, be like, hey, do you guys like, where are the underground meetings? Like, what's going on here at late at night?
Well, like he says like they have like periods where like everyone will come down and like work out in there, because they do have free weights and like bags and all this stuff. It's fine. You know, it's a pretty decent sized gym, honestly, but they just don't have a lot of people right now because they're kind of coming back from COVID. Like, only like the really loyal guys are kind of popping in right now.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Like, going into an environment that is like not like a bunch of assholes, that's good too.
Yeah,
you know?
Of course.
At least.
Go ahead. No, go for it.
I was gonna say, like, well, for your first year, you're really not gonna be, as a white belt, like, you're gonna be learning the fundamentals anyway. There's really no difference between gi and no gi. Like, as far as like learning the fundamentals of jiu-jitsu, it's pretty much all the same.
Yeah.
For the most.
Yeah. I mean, you go no-gi, this is about killing a man on the street. This is about self-defense. This is like Krav Maga, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Well,
is that what it's called? Krav Maga?
Nothing like that.
But Dan, it's exactly. They do dojos as well. I mean, I know a lot of women do that, but.
Krav Maga is, I think it's Israeli Special Forces developed it.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. But I've done some Krav Maga. One of my old buddies was an instructor, but it's more about just punching people in the throat, you know? Yeah, like, it's very violent and quick. Like,
yeah, it's takedown method. It's like takedown stuff. It's like you're put somebody on the ground.
It's like killing. No, it's killing them.
That's
like,
why women love it. Because women love to kill.
Yeah.
I mean, since the beginning of time, Dan, who bit into the apple first? Wasn't Adam.
Nope.
That guy was just, happy to go along to get along. Eve, she just wanted more.
Man, I just was like, I was hoping for a different experience, but it's also, you know what? Like, I don't mind it. It's just like, I don't know these guys very well. I don't know their skill level. I don't really know much. So we'll see. Like, you know, I don't really get, and like, the thing is, like, I don't want to roll. Like, I want to learn. Like, teach me shit. That's kind of where I'm at. and it kind of feels like you're in school, like when they're trying to demonstrate something, and then you just practice on each other, which is fine. Which is fine, I guess. But it's just like, I want to learn. Like, I want you to come to me and be like, this is what we got to do. Like, I don't know, but we'll see. And I doubt you would even get that type of attention in a regular, jiu-jitsu gym too. Like, it's hard, especially if they have a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like the one in Decatur has like 200 students, and you're probably getting 30, 40, 50 a class or something,
Probably, yeah.
So like you get a lot of people in that gym. And now you gotta think that's at least $100 a person. Doing okay.
Yeah.
It's doing good. It's doing pretty good.
I mean, how hard would it be to like fake being a martial artist?
As far as like, to me it would be probably easy because I know enough.
I mean, we can get some documentation at the end. Just start doing it out of your house.
Yeah.
Got all that room.
They're pretty. I think but it's a damn big gym. Like, it's not a small one. It's actually surprisingly big. So hey, I'm gonna keep going, man. It's fun. It's different, and it's not like crazy difficult. Like, you just learn, so it's not like you're sitting there getting your ass kicked every second.
Yeah,
it does happen. You will get a little choke out or something, but
yeah, but you like
they're just not like sick. It's like you walk in there and you're like, this is not like killers. Like, if they look like
well, maybe they're playing possum and they fooled you into a false sense of security, Dan. Now they're ready. They're like, we're gonna eat this boy alive. You think
maybe
we saw this podcast, he said we weren't killers. They just start laughing at themselves.
But they're like really, they're really into crude humor and stuff. They're cool. I don't know, I'm just gonna keep going.
Do you have to wear a mask?
No.
Oh, okay.
Fuck that. It'd be kind of stupid, obviously. But
I don't know. People are weird though. So
I don't know. Like, the instructor's pretty cool. He's all right. Talks like maybe a little too much for me, but
what do you mean?
Just talks a little too much. Like, I just want to learn. Like, shut up. Like, I'm not here to get to know you. Like, right now. Like, teach me shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like.
I was like, I just was thinking of somebody that's like not really like talking like conversationally, but just kept making like noises while you were practicing. Come on.
No. Just like he's like, come over here. Like, we need to talk. And then like he just talks.
You watched that Godzilla vs Kong movie? Where the hell are those goddamn?
He's a nice guy. I like him. He's a good dude. I'm not even trying to talk shit. I just like from what I was expecting, but it's okay. Yeah, he's the kind of guy that you could definitely get caught. Like, if you're trying to leave and you're just like, you might get caught. And if you get caught, you got to be able to be like, hey, man, I got to go. And I used to be that guy. So
what, the catching people guy?
Like, I might catch him. Like, hey, what are you doing?
Hey, listen. I'm really lonely. What? Nothing.
I've been known to ramble a little bit. So.
I think we all are. We all have. Yeah.
It's a thing. But yeah, so that's going to be my experience right now. Nothing really to say. I guess, like, nothing concrete. I don't know. I'm just going to keep going. I just been, going outside every day, working on the yard, getting that sun, dude. I'm getting a little thick, so I got to start running again, and I just want to start lifting weights.
There you go.
But yeah, man, that's what you got to do. I'm getting a little, it's probably the thickest I've ever been in my life. I need to get a little bit less. That's it.
It's called bulk mass, dude.
Bulk mass, exactly.
You cultivate it.
Yes.
It's like people act like it's some sort of joke, like it takes no effort. Try to eat 5,000 calories in a day and sit on the couch. Okay? Try, buddy. Try it.
Yeah.
You know how bad your back hurts after your second day? Excruciating pain.
Have you sat on the couch for 2 years? No, I didn't think so. No, but so did you watch Mr. Smith Goes to Washington?
No, I've seen it before. I've seen that movie a bunch of times.
You're a fucking waste of space.
I haven't had a chance, dude. I haven't had a chance to watch jack shit.
Bullshit. You watched Demolition Man. I saw it.
Yeah, dude, I recorded that a week and a half ago.
Well, yeah, okay, well, that's misleading.
Published date. I had two in the pipeline.
So you're gonna tell me if I sue you and we go to Discovery?
Yeah, it was last Saturday.
Okay, but anyway, yeah, I don't know. I watched Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. I think everyone should watch that movie.
Oh, it's amazing. One of the great Jimmy Stewart performances is very earnest. It's very Frank Capra. If you like Frank Capra stuff, who does these kind of, American pastiche American values.
A little corny.
Corny, sentimental. I would say they're more sentimental than corny, right?
I would say the plot is a little cheesy, but the movie itself is like good. Like the dialogue is amazing in Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Like the actual writing is really good.
It makes sense that it's the same guy who did It's a Wonderful Life. If most people have seen It's a Wonderful Life, if you like It's a Wonderful Life, you will most likely enjoy Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
I think it's better.
I think it's better too. Yeah. Actually, although maybe Jimmy Stewart's performance in It's a Wonderful Life, I would give the slight edge. But Mr. Smith Goes to Washington is a really great movie.
Flawless. He's flawless, and it's got all the same people in it, pretty much. His mother in Mr. Smith Goes to Washington plays his mother there. One of the journalists is like the fucking angel guy. From It's a Wonderful Life. Hey, listen, it's a good film and it's relevant. Jack Murphy liked my tweet when I told him to watch it because it's a great movie. Thank you, Jack Murphy.
Thank you. Now we're best friends.
I'm telling you, I connect with these big name guys on Twitter, dude.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, hey.
Get a little rush.
Not
alone.
him.
I'm not alone.
When Don't Walk Run Productions fucking followed me, I was like, shit, that's the next step. Like, that's a big level. You know? Because that guy does not just follow people. You just know.
Well, it's gonna break your heart even more though. One day you see a tweet, you end up hovering over his name, and then it doesn't say follows you anymore.
No, see, but I don't post like crazy stupid shit all.
Sometimes people just purge.
Yeah, but nah. I checked. You know.
I will personally message them. I will personally message them and say why.
His editor follows me, and she messaged me one time.
Oh, did she really?
She's pretty nice. Yeah, she's cool.
What did you guys chat about?
Well, she was like, hey, did you make that meme? And I was like, absolutely not. I will not lie to you. And then, because I think they wanted to use it. It was the one with AOC, someone's knocking down the door.
Oh, that's cool. Hey,
at
least they're trying to figure out who did it.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, this is where I got it from. You know, it's over here, this guy. And then I shared something. I can't remember what it was, and she messaged me. She was like, hey, that's actually really funny. I mean, she was trying to hit on me, dude. You know, it is what it is. And yeah, it's the beginning of a love story.
It could possibly be. This is your way onto the Tim Pool compound. I think this is your.
I'm gonna find my way.
This is your actual end game. You're not gonna try to talk to Tim because that's a foolhardy endeavor. That's not. Tim's not gonna fucking talk to anybody. But you could get to his associates. Because they're a little thirstier. They're a little thirstier than Tim. They're not on the mountain like he is, you know?
Do you know that this weird little thing? I think it's that video that you have queued up and watch together or whatever. Yeah. Do you know, I don't know if it's the same church, but in Canada, this is in Canada where this takes place, right?
Yeah.
They're built, someone got busted doing this or whatever. So they 50 SWAT teams, they came, pulled everyone out, and now they're erecting a 10-foot tall fence.
Yeah, that's for real. Yeah, I actually was gonna bring it up because I saw it earlier.
Is that the same church?
I don't think it was the same church. That one looked more rural. This one was in a neighborhood. It looks like.
Is that not the most disturbing, disgusting behavior? How are these people not losing their fucking minds right now?
Who? Which ones?
The people in Canada.
Oh, I think a lot of people are. It's more.
Well,
we don't hear. They don't cover dissidents. There's all this stuff popping off over in Germany, and Europe, and France,
Ireland too. Belfast.
Ireland. People are fucking no, we're done, and the government's trying to push back, but we don't get that coverage. We don't get the coverage that there's been protests going on for 2 months over there about this shit. We don't hear about that at all. We don't hear about a goddamn peep about it. And everybody is under this assumption that these countries get it. They're the ones that had it together. And you're like, no, they don't, because they feel the same way that everybody else does because their lives are being destroyed.
Dude, I'm telling you, it seems systematic at this point. Just seems, and it's how bad is it in America, really? And we did let it go pretty far. It's pretty crazy. I was listening to Dan Crenshaw and Joe Rogan, and I don't agree with everything Dan Crenshaw thinks or whatever. but which I actually Sagar and Janetti from The Hill, I thought really gave an unfair interpretation of what he was saying, like on Joe Rogan, because he kind of blasted into him, because he said the stimulus checks are like a bad idea, but his main point, which is like kind of fucking, because Joe Rogan didn't understand that like people who didn't need it still got checks, and like they were shitting on him like for saying like, oh well, like, you know, this is like a proven thing. I'm like, dude, no one knows what the fuck you're talking. Who the fuck are you, Sagar? Like, this fucking guy, like, it kind of was irritating me. Like, Dan Crenshaw may be a little, like, that guy knows, because he was basically saying like suffering can be a really good thing, and it's like, instead of shutting down the country and fucking like ruining people's futures, like for the moment, like that's not smart. That's basically what Dan Crenshaw was saying. Like, we should have probably opened up after the first month, tried to like, and like protect the people that were vulnerable, and like kind of work with the virus, like not like let it run our lives.
Yeah, because before it became a partisan issue, it should have been about like, where do we direct our efforts to be the most effective, rather than just have blanket solutions that don't actually apply to everybody, that everybody doesn't need to heed to, you know? And that was obviously a huge mistake, but it became political. It's not even about like how dangerous it is or how not dangerous it is, and it hasn't been since last summer.
Well, I think the proof is in the pudding of the last stimulus bill, where 10% is going directly towards COVID, and that includes the relief checks or whatever. Listen, I just don't understand. Like a Sagar like point, like it pissed me off, because I was like, because he was basically going, oh, but like it's okay to give money to businesses and not people, and I'm like, okay, you could say that's like a fair argument.
It's partially fair, right? It's like partially true.
Because the thing was, the Paycheck Protection Program is going to businesses so that they can fucking pay their employees, but someone like Delta or United Airlines, one of those two, took like $50 billion or whatever, and they fired 15,000 employees.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's kind of fucking bullshit. But then at the end of the day, like, what are you going to do?
I mean, there's a lot of, you know, and I'm not an expert on this, and I haven't really looked into it recently, so I can't remember, but I thought there was a lot of kind of handouts to major corporations, maybe in a way that they also didn't need. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think everybody probably got stuff that they didn't deserve or need, maybe. I don't know. I know some people... I'm not gonna suggest that like that money doesn't make an immediate difference in some people's lives. I think it probably does.
I think for people hanging on the edge, it might. But, you know, and I'm not gonna argue that. I'm just saying that like Sagar really irritated me based on the fact of like completely misrepresenting what I think Dan Crenshaw was really saying, because he was going, oh, so he's saying people need to suffer, and I'm like, well, I mean, that's not exactly what he means. Like, he's not saying he wants people to be in horrible conditions.
I mean, that's that whole side of punditry, politics. Well,
he's not.
They all do it to each other. They all give the most uncharitable interpretation of what the other person is doing, whoever their ideological adversary is, and then they run with it like it's the truth.
Well, Sagar is supposed to be the conservative on the Hill.
Yeah, but he's not. He's fucking he's basically like almost a progressive dude. Like, the idea that he's like a conservative, relative to Crystal Ball? Sure.
Yeah, who's like a socialist pretty much.
I get, and they're not very insightful.
I don't really get, like, I don't like Crystal Ball at all. Like,
Kyle
I don't like
Kalinske,
her as,
like, they're all like, slimy,
dude,
wannabe e-celebs, like, and you're just like,
dude,
ugh.
like, I was listening to Kyle Kalinske, and he goes, and like it was about the Georgia voting law. He's like, this is completely restrictive, this and that. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you talking? Like, how the fuck can you sit here and fucking say some shit that is blatantly a lie?
None of those people read it. That's why.
No, I know, but it's just like, it's a lie though. Like, how, like, Joe Biden, even by the Washington Post, got 4 Pinocchios for what he said about the fucking bill.
No, and he's walked it back. He's kind of even had to walk it back because he's like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Like
no, because he's walking back to MLB shit.
Well, no, which is a direct consequence of what the pressure he was putting out there because of the voting bill.
Well, he legitimately called out the MLB.
Well, he didn't. Did he call them out, or I think somebody asked him
asked him, and he goes, "Yes, I believe that because they usually are the most victimized, persecuted group because he's considering all athletes to be our slave, fucking slaves, and that like it's like fucking gross, dude. I'm so fucking. Sick
it was so wildly short-sighted because of the revenue that Atlanta will lose. I mean, it's $100 million. And then
they like an 80% white fucking city in Denver.
Yeah, in Denver. Which, I mean, I think probably most cities in Denver are probably like 70-80% white people. But
what do you mean?
What do you mean,
Colorado? In Colorado.
Colorado. Yeah, I'm sorry, Colorado.
Yeah. But I agree. Well, they are. I've been there.
That's why they know it's safe, Dan. They're going to go there. They're going to have a safe game. There's not going to be any riots.
You have a pretty large Hispanic population, I would say.
Yeah.
In Colorado, there's a pretty decent Hispanic population. I don't know, man. I just don't. Honestly, I was like, who gives a fuck anymore? Like, who cares? Like, let them. Like, what are they gonna do, man? What are they gonna fucking do that they haven't already done? And until Americans just say fuck you, and we're not doing what you're telling us to do, like that's the only.
Yeah, but you got to remember what we were just talked about. There's idea laundering going on. That is false information. Like, people don't even have good information to make decisions, dude. Like, that's part of the problem, because
it's the same thing they were doing to Trump.
Yeah, but most people are not plugged in. They watch the little sound bites, they read the headline, they go on with their lives. They got kids, they got a job, they got whatever. Like,
I disagree. I think most conservatives are fairly plugged in.
I don't
think you might. I think they are. For the most part, most conservatives are at least upset about things that or like probably matter more.
I mean, I guess that's a matter of perspective, but I don't know if I would say.
I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody in Atlanta fucking knows the All-Star game's gone and why it's gone.
No, I know, and they'll pay for that in 2022 probably.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, like,
who knows?
Democrats,
they'll start the next race war by 2022, so it'll be good
potentially. But yeah. I don't know. I don't think that I would say that people are necessarily, like, maybe their values are aligned differently, but do they actually have more, like, knowledge? Probably not.
I'm telling you, we just need to plant the Tree of Liberty in Minecraft and water it. That might have to happen eventually. I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll find out whenever this Chauvin case gets over.
Yeah, I don't know if you've been keeping that. Prosecutor got fucking destroyed.
By his own witness.
By two of them.
Yeah, I know.
Two of them. They fucking ruined it.
Basically, what Dan is, I think what you're kind of implying, what you're intimating, one of the witnesses basically said that Derek Chauvin didn't even use the amount of force that he was allowed to use in the situation. So it would be a sense that he was actually not even being as forceful as he could have been. And what was the other thing? There was another big thing.
There was that. Which
the audio.
He could have used a taser.
Yeah.
Instead of, but he decided not to for whatever reason. And then I think it was the audio or the video where he's like, it sounds like he says, I took too many drugs, man, or I ate too many drugs.
But the problem I had, because I watched that clip from it, the problem I had was, like, the person asking that person told them what they're like, did you hear it? And I was like,
that's smart.
I know. Well, it's the same.
Don't care.
It's
smart.
Just like EVPs. Like, that's what they do on ghost hunting shows.
What did you hear that?
He said Aunt Jemima. Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, it's like, but that's smart. I don't care. Like, to me, that's a good lawyer. That's like being smart. You're putting it in their head, and that's good.
Well, but that's not what that's about.
What do you mean that's not what that's exactly what it's about? Yes, it is. If you can get someone from the prosecution.
No, you're trying to
admit something.
Well, you're not.
That's huge.
He didn't admit anything. He said, that doesn't sound like anything to me. That's what he said.
No, that's completely wrong, because the second guy that went up today definitely said it was. So you're wrong. There was another guy that was showed that same clip.
Why do you do this, dude? Like, I know one person that was shown the audio, the one that I'm talking about, that was asked, that was prompted.
And that's why I said you're wrong. There's another guy.
Okay, so then you just say, like, yeah, you're right about that guy, and then there was another witness. I was only talking about one person. Anyways.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
It's
But
not that
like,
interesting. It's just like
well, I don't know.
it's
I
like
don't know.
you don't gotta be that
Well,
way,
like,
dude.
be what way? I was just saying you're wrong. I'm sorry you can't handle it. You were wrong. To me, in that moment, I was like, no, you're wrong. Like, if there's another guy.
So even
Whatever.
after clarification, you still want to just keep doubling down.
Well, it's not about doubling down. I mean, it's just like, come on, man. But
Okay,
whatever.
okay,
I don't
all right, yeah, sure, okay, but okay. So there's a second guy, and that guy
Yeah.
confirmed it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
He,
He said he heard it.
okay. Was he
And that's
prompt?
what matters.
Was he given the prompt, or was he just asked what he heard?
He was given the prompt.
Okay.
And that's called. I think that would be a good lawyer would do that. That's smart.
Okay.
Because if the prosecution ever brought it up, doesn't matter. Never happened. If the prosecution didn't come out and said, like, how can you honestly admit that? They obviously never said that to the guy. Because I was watching. I've been watching a good bit of the trial. So, not all of it, but I would say I witnessed that. I witnessed the first guy this morning or yesterday, the African-American gentleman with glasses. I witnessed that one where he said, no, like, I can't make that out. And then the guy from L.A., the second witness was the one, because I think they have two guys now basically saying that he was allowed to do what he did, and they got they completely owned the guy. So like that was it. Like the defense basically, first couple days were a little rocky, but now it looks like, and they haven't even got to their witnesses yet, and they just released that they found a speed ball or whatever in the patrol car.
Oh, from his person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With his DNA on it.
Yeah. Well.
So that's reasonable doubt.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do, obviously.
No, there is, but the thing is, like, that's all they need to do. So the prosecution can have 99 things that line up and say that it's reasonable doubt. And
well,
if the jury,
yeah, but they want the case to be like an obvious like guilt or innocence. I think they want it to be pretty clear cut, because the reaction either way is going to be by the public is going to be very negative.
I think Tim Pool said it perfectly. He's like, all the press is talking about all the negative things about what's going on for Derek Chauvin, but talking about none of the positive things.
Yeah, so people are going to feel like they're getting
we're mistreated, lied to. The system is still bullshit, even though the defense is doing their job. And honestly, I was talking with my friend today about it. I was like, did he do anything wrong? Like, did he really? I'm like, I kind of feel like he could maybe even get manslaughter for once somebody goes unconscious, but then the defense like brings up a really good point. They're like, how do you not know that person's not going to wake up and be violent? It's a fucking fair point.
Well, yeah, because somebody, if I read some of the transcripts and they were talking about, when you stop using those tactics or whatever, once you subdued a person and then somebody had to make a correction, like, no, if you have a crowd of people, you don't stop. Like, what do you call it? I'm searching for the word.
Crowd control?
Not crowd control.
Maintain.
You keep them subdued. Yeah, you have this. You want the scene as
tight down. I would agree with
possible.
that, but what the argument from the defense was saying today is that, like, listen, like this is one of the things, and they fucking nailed the process. So the prosecution gets up, shows a video or a picture of like how far everybody else is away, and basically like, oh, like, so would you think this situation warrants him to continue being in this position? And the guy was like, no, I don't think this doesn't warrant. Everyone's far away. And then the prosecution steps down, defense steps up, and he pulls up the same fucking photo. He's like, watch this. He goes, do you see this right here? And he's like, yes. He's like, what is that? And he's like, oh, that's a man being held back. And that was the BJJ guy from the first or second day of the trial that said that they were using a blood choke on him, which is not true. Because a blood choke, 10 seconds. If anybody got anybody in a blood choke, you're gonna pass out.
Yeah.
Like within seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you see on the UFC. They lock that shit, you're done. That's not an airway choke. They're not blocking your airway. They're doing a blood choke. It's from the side. And that block stops circulation of blood to your brain. It takes 10 seconds, you're done. Done.
Okay.
So that same gentleman was having to be held back. He was calling him like you're a fucking bitch, you're a pussy, like all this really. So like the way the defense is trying to frame it, if it's not the drugs, the crowd killed George Floyd.
Oh, by escalating the tensions.
Yep. And it's a really good lesson as far as like crowds when they're around people. Like, dude, you're taking attention away from George Floyd in the least. Like, they can't focus on George Floyd because the defense said this, I think, yesterday or today. But it's like, how can you expect an officer to pay attention to the suspect, which was just a person who was not complying, who was kicking officers, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, and now they have to pay attention to all these people that are now gathering, and people are being aggressive. Like, how do you expect them to be able to focus on George Floyd? So maybe he didn't even really notice that he was, and it may not be true, but there's doubt. There's like really doubt as to like that's a fair point. And it was Tim Pool brought up a really good point. He goes, maybe they want Chauvin to get off because I guess they're going on this huge hiring spree for police officers.
Yeah, they need cops. Yeah.
Like $64 million they're trying to get new cops because they defunded their police department like a bunch of morons.
Oh, didn't a bunch of people just quit too?
There was that. I'm sure there was a combination thereof, but they ended up trying to get more, and this would look like who the hell would want to come and work in Minneapolis if Derek Chauvin gets convicted.
Yeah.
If he gets found guilty. Like, how is that going to, like, who really is want to be a cop? Because, unfortunately, being a cop, I would feel like there's some sort of protection. You know, like, in a weird way. Like, from, like, Derek Chauvin, he's kind of an asshole, but did he do anything wrong? Did he go in there with, like, a malicious intent to kill this guy?
No, obviously I don't think so. But
was there some ego involved? Personally, that's what I think it was. More like ego.
It's possible, but it was not. You know, we've talked about this before. It's not as if it was like this. They just threw him on the ground and put their knee on his neck. No, it was like a fucking 20-minute dance. It was like a fucking whole production. I think they tried to do what they could. Honestly, it does kind of seem like that. Like, it does seem like that they tried to put him in the car. They tried to do whatever. He wanted to lay on the ground. You know, people start coming over. What the fuck's going on? Start swearing and yelling at people.
The girlfriend's nickname is Mama.
Okay.
That remember he was screaming, "Mama, Mama!" Like he was like, "I want my mama" or whatever. He was saying "Mama" when he was on the ground.
And that was his girlfriend.
You would suppose that because that was her nickname for him. Okay. And she was nearby, so he's screaming for her.
Yeah.
It was kind of this cataclysm of perfect events to make this, I guess, as horrible as it
obviously, guy had a lot of problems. Maybe some hints of
he's a piece
mental
of shit.
illness. He's a piece of shit.
He's a fucking huge piece of shit. I'm not saying he deserved to die, but he was scum.
Well, he's a drug addict. Yeah, a drug addict, a violent offender.
Dude, he fucking held a knife to a pregnant woman's belly and
robbed her. Was it a knife or was it a gun?
I heard it was a knife. Could be a gun. Maybe I'm wrong. Could be, whatever. A weapon to a pregnant woman's belly and threatened and stole shit from her and her group of guys. Like, he went to jail for that shit. Honestly, he probably would have died and he probably would have died anyway eventually. And then another thing that really hurt the prosecution was the drug dealer friend that was in the car with him pleaded the fifth. But the jury doesn't know that. Because they didn't do it in front of the jury.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And why wouldn't they do it in front of the jury?
Because it's
well, I know it's prejudicial, but
it's not relevant to Chauvin. Him.
Well, he pled the fifth in what regard? His testimony, not giving testimony, or
he was supposed to. So this is what happened. So originally the charges were, as far as I know, is second-degree murder and manslaughter and a couple other things, right? But those were the two main charges: second degree and manslaughter. Those were the two charges they were trying to throw at him.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, right? So this is when the friend at the time, the drug dealer, was willing to testify for the prosecution. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So But about 2 weeks ago, I believe, or whatever it was a couple weeks before the trial, the prosecution or the judge allowed third-degree murder because the prosecution wanted to add it on there in case second, because you have to show intent. And it was going to be really hard to prove in this case that he intended to kill him, basically. Not premeditated, but intended. So third-degree homicide or murder got put on the docket. Well, so was it Minneapolis? What is that, Minnesota? Under Minnesota law, third-degree murder can be someone if you give them drugs and they die from them. So if I sell you drugs or if I give you drugs, or whatever, an exchange is made where I give you something that kills you, that's third-degree murder.
Okay.
So the guy was like, oh, fuck, now I can't testify because that's self-incriminating, which is why he pleaded the fifth, because he can't incriminate himself because he could eventually be brought up on charges of third-degree murder, because that really right there says a lot. That says a lot to me because they know he OD'd. Like, they're pretty sure he OD'd, and they're playing along.
Who does? The
state.
The state does, yeah.
Listen, man, go watch White Boy on Netflix, and they see, like, that's just pretty fucking crazy, man. Like, it's all like verified. You know White Boy Rick from Detroit?
The one with Matthew McConaughey?
Is he in that movie?
I don't know. Yes, he's in a movie called White Boy something.
Is that about, like, basically it's a true story. It's about this young man. There's like 14, and he basically gets, his dad was an informant for the FBI because he ran a gun shop in Detroit, and somehow this 14-year-old kid gets involved, and he's like working for the FBI. This is all documented, like, this is real.
Yeah.
Working for the FBI and working for like the Detroit police, and he basically becomes like a little kingpin, like a little drug. Like, he gets in with these guys. Like, he's running like hard shit. And long story short, when it came down to it all, because the corruption ran so deep in Detroit, they sent this guy to prison for like ever, like, and they just would not like let him out. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, White Boy. It's on Netflix. It's pretty. The movie's awful. The documentary is a 5 or 6.
Okay.
The story is better than the documentary. Do you know Beverly Hills Cop? Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, the movie, yeah.
Yeah, do you know the fucking like angry ass like captain?
Yes.
That dude is involved. Like, that's a real cop. That's a real Gale Hill.
Yeah.
That's like a legit cop in Detroit.
Okay.
And that was like, he's like actually like kind of like, they think he's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, okay.
You know, and like, oh, dude, it's like so crazy how incestuous government is. You know, like, you know.
Yeah.
It's like super creepy. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm thinking these guys in the government, like, they could definitely manipulate. They were all talking to each other going, we have to charge them with murder. Because if we don't at least charge them with murder, like, it's going to look bad. They know they can't win. Like, I kind of believe that. Like, why would you go after murder?
Well, it was because it was an emotional thing, because it's about the public outcry. It has nothing to do with like reality.
Well, yeah, the emotions of the public.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So they're willing to possibly throw this guy into jail. That's corruption, is it not?
I think
how's
so.
That not,
of course,
how's that not corruption?
Yeah, of course it is.
And this is what I was talking about, dude. Before, when we were talking about how police, like, police don't have to charge you with shit, and the prosecutor can just charge you with shit. It's fucking asinine. It makes almost no sense, but it does, because they are in charge of that. That's what, I guess, the way our system is. But it's fucking crazy, dude. They can literally be like, hey, judge, how about third-degree murder? Because we know second's gonna be pretty tough.
Well, I remember when they said that, because wasn't it Keith Ellison who pushed for that? You're like, how the fuck? Why would you do that? Like, how can you win that case? Even back in the day, like back before we knew every second of every detail of everything that happened that day, you're like, how are you gonna prove intent?
Dude, look about Serpico, dude. Serpico gets shot in the fucking face. Like, you know what I mean? Like, think about that. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, during those times, especially back then, it was so incestuous, and everyone just was kind of like, you know, fucking trying to protect each other for all the corruption they were doing. I don't know if you ever seen The Witness with Harrison Ford.
I have.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. That's such a terrible movie. I can't believe
Oh, it's
okay. It's
all
no,
right.
no, Sean. It's almost terrible. No, actually, it is kind of awful.
Actually, you know, you want to watch another Harrison Ford mystery thriller from that era that you might like, called Presumed Innocent.
Yes, I saw it on there.
It's on HBO Max.
I was planning on it. I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
But see, like, there's something with this 80s aesthetic. The music in these movies are objectively pretty terrible.
Depends.
Like these ones.
Yeah.
Like, cause I feel like if you watch The Witness, this is like a made-for-TV movie. That's what it feels like to me.
I don't know. I see. I've never. It's been a long time since I've seen Witness, but
Old English, huh? You English?
Well, they're Amish people. He's over there trying to solve this Amish murder.
Yeah. Well, no, not trying to solve an Amish murder. The Amish boy witnessed a murder.
A witness is a murder. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the witness, man. The Witness. No, it's like almost worth it because you get to see her tits and you're cool. You're like, cool. That's good enough for me.
Oh, it's a very particular aesthetic and style of movie where basically like
I would never kiss Harrison Ford.
Yeah, but they were like feature length episodes of like a TV show.
Yes,
like that's how they feel. They feel like they would be part of a show that you would watch every week, and this is just this week's episode.
You put David Duchovny in his shoes, you're good. Could have done the same movie, would have believed it. And Harrison Ford almost won an Academy. He got nominated for an Academy Award for that movie.
Yeah, he's good. He's good in it.
He's okay. It's pretty good. It's fun. It's a fun movie. I kind of think he was better than Jack Ryan, honestly. I thought he was like way more fun in the first one.
Oh, I like him in Jack Ryan though. Like
I like him a lot.
I like Harrison Ford in pretty much everything.
He's Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
He doesn't act. There is no acting.
Not really. No.
No. Not even trying.
Well,
like,
no. I would say there's definitely a difference between like Indiana Jones is a performance. Like, because if you watch interviews with Harrison Ford, he's not like that. He's not even that charming or charismatic. He's kind of like
asshole.
He's just a grumpy,
like
standoffish, grumpy dude. And it's hilarious. Yeah. It's so funny to watch interviews, and especially because as he got older, he started just leaning into it.
Yeah,
just being that guy, and it's fun. It's funny.
I think he actually just enjoys doing that. You know, like enjoys being
I love
that
it.
to the public.
I love that.
I really doubt people come and fuck with him in public because of that persona.
Yeah.
Persona, you know, they're like, fuck, I don't want to go. I'm gonna tell you right now, I would think twice about going up to Harrison Ford. Like I would think 3 times. Would you? If you saw him in public, like at the airport, he's got his AirPods, whatever, in, and like, would you really walk up like,
listening to the score for Air Force One?
Yeah,
sitting there just bobbing his head,
getting pumped, man, getting pumped.
One of my favorite things about him though is like when he.
No, would you?
Would I walk up to him and what?
Yeah, would you really walk up to Harrison Ford in public?
No. I don't. But I wouldn't do that to the vast majority of celebrities.
Bullshit. If you saw Bruce Campbell,
dude, I went up to like Bruce Campbell is an approachable dude and he's used to that. So like.
But that's what I'm saying.
No, but even then, probably not. Even then, probably not.
Bullshit.
I didn't even go. You know, I don't know. You remember this? So like years and years ago, Dan, Ryan, and I went to like a nerd convention, and the angry video game nerd was just rolling around on the floor. Dan was like, "Come on, let's go," and I was like, "Dude, just leave him alone. He's just trying to walk around." He's like, "No, I'm gonna go say something to him." And Dan just walked over to him. You know, credit to Dan. He's like, "Hey, I just want to let you know I really love your stuff, man. I really like what you do, and thank you."
Yeah, that's about it.
And James was just like, "Oh, cool, man." And no, it was a nice moment. And you did it the right way, but you did it the right way. A lot of people would be like, "Oh, James," like act like they know him.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't look at. I try not. I don't know who would I be starstruck by. Who would I be starstruck by? Who would be someone like that? Fuck, it would make me just be like, fuck.
Probably Joe Rogan. You probably would.
Tom Brady.
Dave Chappelle. Joe Rogan.
Tom Brady, I think, would kind of put me in like, dude, like you fucking like. No, Tom Brady would be up there.
I've already met Tom Brady, so.
Joe Rogan. Maybe. I would feel like, I guess Joe Rogan is like, honestly, you know, he's obviously massive. But I just feel like Joe Rogan's kind of like
he's pretty
normal.
small. He's pretty small though. I mean, massive maybe, but
we could compete.
we can compete. Jiu-jitsu.
We could compete. Yeah. Hey, listen, man, white belt. I'll fuck you up. Like, talk some shit.
Joe, I hear you're a killer. I've been looking for a killer just like you.
Like, you've never seen the video of the guy that was calling him out on the internet because he didn't believe him, and like didn't believe he could like do anything. He thought he was all full of shit, and he goes down to Eddie Bravo's gym and just like fucking demolishes this poor guy. Like, just ruins his leg. Honestly, the guy called him out, and he's like, "Yeah, you gonna talk shit now?" It's like, it's good times. Eddie Bravo, I miss him. Just saying.
He's not allowed. He's not allowed back. He's not allowed back because Joe Rogan's on Spotify now, and they're slowly removing more episodes every day.
Yeah, I heard they removed some more. Right? Is that true?
Yeah.
Like another 42 episodes.
I think so. Yeah.
That is so fucking crazy.
It's gonna have 6 episodes left.
I don't blame him. I don't blame Joe Rogan for not getting.
Joe Rogan's got to get Harrison Ford on. That's the get.
Harrison Ford would never do it.
Oh, it would be awesome.
Harrison
Damn,
Ford
if he did. Joe Rogan just has
to
to call him and talk about airplanes and be like, dude, can you take me a ride on your airplane?
Yeah. Oh yeah, didn't he crash like on his golf course or something like forever ago?
On a golf course, not his golf course.
It could be his golf course.
It could be. I mean, especially he's got that Star Wars money. That's my favorite thing about Harrison Ford is like, it was the hype.
They all get a cut, right?
But I mean, they got a good paycheck. But like the hype for The Force Awakens was fucking huge. The cast is at Comic-Con. The guy's trying to ask him a question. He's like, what does it feel like to come back as Han Solo? Like, was it the script? Was it something about the story that finally drew you back after all these years? And he's like, well, they paid me a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That's it.
I wonder how much do you think they paid Harrison Ford?
A lot.
Look it up.
Probably,
let's see. Because how long is he? That's one full movie.
I pray.
How long?
Like 10
I'm gonna say. I was gonna say 12 to 15.
Maybe 15, maybe 20. See, Harrison Ford.
Like at least 12 to 15. Like that's a minimum for me. Like I would feel like it could being more
20,
would be pretty cool.
20.
20.
You got 20 million. You know
that's how much? Numbers.
You know how much Daisy Ridley made on that movie? Like 45,000.
Oh, the first one, yeah, fuck her.
Dude, same thing like Gal Gadot, the first Wonder Woman. I think she made $100,000. But then all the subsequent ones are like, okay, now you get like revenue share and millions of dollars and stuff. But
that's the way it should be, though.
$20 million to show up for like part. Well,
part 1.
Yeah, he did seem like
he's in that
he was
movie
trying
quite a bit.
He seemed like he was trying at least, right? Like maybe it's because he broke his leg. I don't know.
I mean, is it Hollywood Homicide? No, it's not that good.
No,
but
nothing's that good though.
I guess they really hated each other on that making of that movie. Like they legitimately did not like. They almost got in like in a fist fight.
What, him and Josh Hartnett?
Yeah, he hated them.
He does.
Like I guess that
he razzes he razzes the young dudes. Like he gives them a lot of shit. Like I guess he would give Ryan Gosling.
Oh yeah, you see the interviews all the time.
Mercilessly, like really fucking with him all the time. Ryan Gosling had a good sense of humor about it though. He was just laughing because he understands. Like it's Harrison Ford. Like
yeah, but no, I think that's like
like when Ryan Gosling, because when there's a scene in the movie and I think Ryan Gosling accidentally punched Harrison Ford or vice versa.
Yeah.
And Harrison Ford Harrison Ford punched him and Harrison Ford wanted to apologize. So he goes over to his trailer and he brings this like nice bottle of scotch, 2 glass and 1 glass.
Yeah.
And he goes, he's like, Ryan, I'm sorry. He's like, these things happen, and he puts down the glass. He fills up the glass. He corks the bottle and leaves. Like he takes the bottle with him.
I thought it was gonna be better if like he just started drinking without him. He's like, hey man, too, like that would have been a better comedic performance. But no, Harrison Ford, I think it's more. I don't think he really is serious though. I think that's like kind of the thing he will do for someone. Is given like and Josh Hartnett obviously didn't like it and he pushed back really hard, I guess.
Yeah.
And they actually got into like a physical altercation a little bit. And I guess by the end of the movie, like Harrison Ford kind of liked him. Like he's like, all right, kid,
Hey, listen, it's Hollywood Homicide, Dan. That's the fate of the film is on the line.
It's got DMX in it.
Dude, I saw Hollywood Homicide in the movie theater.
Yeah. It's a classic. Stella! Yeah, dude, like a fucking classic. Dude, it's an awful movie. Like,
Oh,
it
it's
is the
boring.
you want to talk about, like, I think we should fire everyone who worked on that film for the racial stereotypes of black gangsters that's on this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. I agree.
Like, actually, did you hear about Joss Whedon? Joss Whedon, whatever.
What,
Joss.
yeah, the stuff that came out
With Gal
the other
Gadot?
day? So Ray Fisher, Gal Gadot, apparently it came out that Gal Gadot, she said he threatened her career somehow.
That's not verified. So, Gal Gadot said her personal statement on the issue, because it's a leak, right? So it's not Gal Gadot saying.
No, she said this to the studio. She did not report this to a newspaper.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So she said, her comment was, Warner Brothers, I told Warner Brothers I was having an issue and they handled it. Like, that's basically what she said.
Yeah.
That's almost exactly what she said.
Yeah.
So Joss Whedon, I guess, was like saying he can ruin her career. I can make you look like shit in this movie.
Which I guess, yeah. I mean, those feminist dudes, you can't trust them.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. They're all fucking scumbags.
They're all creeps.
Why are you, like...
Yeah, but he was kind of outed.
Brie Larson just has nice tits.
He was outed as a creep
Really
a couple
nice
year ago by his ex-wife. Like, his ex-wife, like, came
He's
out
a pedo,
with
for sure.
not pedo stuff. Apparently, he's just like a womanizer. He sleeps around.
Nah, he's a pedo.
He's got control issues.
You see his fucking head? That guy's a pedo. He's got pedo head all day.
See that guy making those Marvel movies? Why would you make a Marvel movie unless you were a pedo?
Yeah. What about?
Why are you making these kids
Charles?
movies, man? Why are you making these kids movies?
What about James Charles?
Oh, is that the YouTube guy?
Yeah, well, he's the beauty vlogger guy.
Yeah.
Honestly, we should start a war with James Charles. So it would probably be really good for us. Become a T channel. No, James Charles is like, I think 15 people, all male, came out and basically said he's been harassing, grooming, but 9 of them are children.
Well,
9 of them are considered legally to be children.
Yeah, they're teenagers. It's like 14, 15-year-olds, I think, something like that.
14, 15, 16, like somewhere around there. And the crazy thing is, this guy's admitted it. He's like, yeah, I just didn't know. Like, I wasn't sure.
Well, because, like, that's just, like, goes back to that whole, like, the Chris D'Elia situation. You're like, how fucking dumb are you? Like, what are you doing?
No. But like,
it's
9?
the same. No. Well, I did not hear 9. I did not hear 9.
No, Sean, 9. That's verified. 9
people
under the age of 18.
Sure, okay.
Under the age of 18, 15 in total.
Yes, okay. No, I thought you were saying 9 as the age of one of them. I was like, I didn't hear that.
No. Under the age of 18, there's 9 of them.
Okay? No, but even if you were to say, like, these people they're celebrities, for lack of a better way to put it. Unfortunately, they are. No, what I'm saying is they're going to be approached by tons and tons of people.
Sean.
Constantly.
Sean, don't tell me you're trying to stick up for James Charles, who's grooming.
I'm putting in context. Like if somebody says there's
no context, Sean. There's 9 of them.
If somebody just says like sends you a nude and you like receive it and you're like, oh, what the fuck is I didn't know how old they were.
You can. It's on TikTok, Sean. It says their fucking age.
I have no idea. I don't know the systems.
I'm sorry, no.
No, I'm not sticking up. You know exactly what I'm saying because this is the same argument you made about Chris D'Elia. So what I'm just saying is
there's a difference between getting a nude and being like, oh shit, and then when you find out their fucking age, you continue to interact. Like,
no, exactly. That's the problem. 100%.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
But I don't know if that is like after the fact. If somebody like found out their age and then they continued on, like I have no idea. Like I don't know. Maybe you do. I don't know.
I'll tell you right now, man. James Charles is a fucking pedo. Okay, he's fucking out, but like, or he's a creeper. He's at least a creeper. But like he at least has been notified. Like there is this one of the leaks that came out. The kid was like 16. He's like, hey, I'm 16. Like he told him, like pretty much, like I'm 16, and like he still interacted. There was a famous YouTuber from a few years ago. He was enticing young women, young girls to send him news and all this stuff, and he got like 10 years.
Yeah, it was like the Minecraft kid.
Yeah, dude, he got like 10 fucking years
there's
in
this
prison.
Minecraft streamer that got caught like basically getting very young girls to, like twerk and send him videos and explicit photos and doing lesbian things and sexual stuff. Yeah, he got a lot of time. See, but he's not James Charles big. Now, James Charles is a brand. He's connected to
but there's
tons of things. They're just gonna sweep this under the rug.
No, but the thing, it's not big. I don't even think it's that. It's like, what about Deshaun Watson?
I think
like Deshaun Watson got fucking like 30 or 40 chicks like coming out against him.
Yeah, not a good look.
I mean, the thing is this. It's like, I think he was doing the massage thing. It's like, because like I think Rich Eisen said it best. He goes, "Is there really? You have 30 different people working on your body?" Because most of them are like Tom Brady. Like, you got your guy.
Yeah,
you got your fucking person that works on your body. They know your body.
Yeah, it was one of the episodes when we talked. It was with Michael, and that's what we were saying. Like, why wouldn't you have like your personal masseuse? Like, why would you be getting random Insta masseuses to come to your house if you weren't trying to be kind of predatory?
Nike dropped them today.
Oh man, I don't know. Don't be fucking whipping your dick out, I guess. I don't know.
No, but like, come on, let men be men too. Like,
well then,
honestly.
Okay, James Charles.
Take it all back.
I think James Charles, Matt Gaetz.
If you ask, like Louis C.K., I've always defended him. If you ask an adult,
yes, if you ask,
you want to play with my dick, and they say yes, even if it's like a massage therapist, professional capacity. Like, and you put a move on them. You could say it's gross. I agree it's gross.
Yeah, it's
but I'm just saying, like, should you be able to fucking get charged for that?
It depends on it depends on how they approach somebody. If they made them feel like pressure to do so or whatever. There's tons of different factors. Like you got a giant fucking dude with his giant fucking dong. Didn't one of them say that like he like forced them
like
kind of
like he grabbed her head?
Yeah, I mean, like,
but you know what, dude? You know what? Like this is most women's fantasy.
Oh yeah,
I have a big, strong, muscular.
I guess that's how most young gay twinks feel about James Charles. So what's the harm?
Well, they probably love that shit. Still wrong though.
I think Matt Gaetz, Crystalia, James Charles.
Oh yeah, Matt
Deshaun,
Gaetz.
They should
weird shit.
They should get have a podcast together. Called Pedo Island.
No, I think it could be Pedocast, maybe.
Or maybe the Pedo
Island. Pedocast, like kind of like podcast.
Broadcast from their new island they live on in the British Virgin Islands.
Why would you give them that island? Why wouldn't you give them some like shady island like Antarctica?
Well, because I want them to be able to pedocast, so they gotta have internet.
Yeah, they get pedocast from Antarctica. They'll figure it out. It's radio. We can do radio.
It's just them and Komodo dragons.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just like Matt Gaetz. I don't know if that's verified. There's a lot of weird shit going on.
No, it seems like there's definitely he has a panicked look in his face. I watched part of that when he was on Tucker Carlson. He's just like, "You met her, Tucker. You know," and you're like,
"He goes."
Tucker was
don't
like,
remember that at all.
"What are you talking?" Yeah. I was like, "Ooh, dude, this is a desperate thing you're doing right now." So it means there's probably something to it.
I think there's something to. I think he was probably paying prostitutes. And someone snuck a 17-year-old in there, probably. Like, if you're dealing with people who are conducting human trafficking, like, they probably would lie.
You got Epstein, dog.
And honestly, get good riddance. I don't give a shit about your politics. Your dad's a fucking half billionaire. Whenever you got $500 million, maybe you don't need you. Like, I don't care. Like, get rid of him.
Was Matt Gaetz a billionaire?
His dad is. His dad, like, fucking some famous, like, not famous, but like lots of money in his family. For, like $500 million. Like. I think they make salad dressing or something like that.
I bet they do.
Yeah, that special Gaetz sauce.
Gaetz barbecue, tangy.
I don't know. I just whatever.
Well, because
get him out of there.
Well, they're saying that he was in a relationship with a 17-year-old girl, and that they're trying to get him on suspicion of sex trafficking because he took her across state lines. Yeah,
but like, I guess there's like another thing. Where some guy who used to work at the Department of Justice is trying to blackmail them, like, and they got like his like Gaetz' father was working with the FBI.
I saw
and
that.
Then, and there was the rumor that like he was trying to get a pardon from Trump, and then Trump put out a thing today saying I never even talked to him about a pardon. I have no idea what you're talking about, which Trump is probably just covering for him at this point because he's out of the office. It don't fucking matter. But you would think that would be documented. Everything is documented going in, out of the White House and government. Even fucking Hillary Clinton couldn't really get rid of her emails. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, it's pretty fucking tough. You'd think that would be pretty easy to find. You just type in Gaetz like into the server, to White House. Like you just, how many times does this guy email the White House? I don't know.
Maybe every day.
He might, but still, they could say emails like twice a day. You're probably talking like 1,000 emails. Like whatever, maybe 1,500. The past like last year. Why not? Okay, can't be that many. Most of it's probably spam. Most of it.
Most of it, yeah.
Like you think the White House gets all their fucking like RNC shit? I bet they have a special like vote for Matt Gaetz. Like fuck, like it's be so annoying.
Yeah, I think like whenever I've only donated to one politician. I think it was Tulsi Gabbard, but I feel like her email list got completely sold to somebody because I started getting just tons of political shit from tons of different people.
Yes, I donated to Trump. I donated him $5. Where'd that money go? Where'd it go? Nowhere to be seen.
I give you $5, Mr. President. I think you should go out there and fight for your rights. This election was stolen.
I would also be pretty happy if Trump died, and then Joe Biden died, and then I want to see Ron DeSantis versus Kamala Harris. That would be cool.
Ron DeSantis might take that. He's pretty charismatic. I'll give him that.
I like him.
He handles himself very well.
He's starting to do the Trump hand stuff. You notice that? He's starting to do more Trump handsy things.
They've made him into a star by creating unnecessarily trying to turn him into
60 minutes.
Yeah, the 60 minutes thing is pretty egregious. So if people don't know, this past Sunday they did a profile on what was going down in Florida with the vaccines and Ron DeSantis.
Pretty gross.
They caught Ron DeSantis refused to do a private interview. So they went to a press conference he was giving and kind of just shouted questions at him. And the way they presented it is they literally clipped together two like sentences to make it seem like he's saying something he wasn't saying. It's not the same thing as like if you have a news show or a tabloid show where they'll they'll show a clip so that for time, but they didn't do that. Yeah. They literally took 10 seconds from here and then went 2 minutes later
to the end
and then moved it so it sounds like he didn't answer their question when he very, very thoroughly answered the question.
Thoughtfully. And then they fucking straight up lied when they're talking to him.
Well, and then
when they said the mayor or the city, whoever was in hey, we talked to this lady, this woman of the Palm Beach County. We talked to the mayor or whoever it was, and she said you never contacted her, which is literally a straight up lie because that same woman, who's a Democrat, mind you.
Yeah, they corrected him.
Well, they said that is not even that's not misinformation. That is like a blatant
lie. They're trying to create a scandal. They're saying like because Publix gave his campaign like $100,000, he gave them preferential treatment, exclusive rights to the vaccine.
Yep.
And that's not the case. It was just Publix is the most convenient to get to the elderly people in the community. Most elderly people, I guess, in that county or whatever, live less than 15 miles from a Publix. So that's why they did that.
Them, dude? Sue the
I don't know why.
Like James O'Keefe, dude. Like James O'Keefe is doing it. He could literally change history.
I feel like there could be
change fucking history.
I feel like there really could be a lawsuit there for DeSantis.
No, dude. But... No. That is the ultimate. That is like.
Yeah, but 60 minutes.
What is that called? Is that defamation because it's video? It's not libel. It's
no, it's a form of defamation. Yeah, it's because it's meant to hurt his reputation. It's meant to hurt his reputation.
But like right now, wouldn't they have enough to at least just
I don't know.
Like say like we got these people saying that you're fucking lying. That's enough to go to trial.
Well, 60 minutes, I think just yesterday, like basically doubled down and said, no, we believe in our reporting. We support it.
Yeah.
Like, we cut it for time. And it's just like, no, that's not what you did. You made it look like he said something he didn't say, which is really fucked. And most people, like everybody involved in that should be fired. They should have got fired immediately. But these people have no fucking integrity. This is not about the truth. This is not about like finding anything. They know that Ron DeSantis, well, they know also the intelligentsia. They know Ron DeSantis 2024 is a very real possibility.
And I think Trump doesn't want to fucking run against him.
Actually, Trump would probably he'd probably just back him because he likes Ron DeSantis.
No, I think he would. No, I think, he fucking loves him. And who was not to like? He's veteran, handsome, got hand gestures, handled the pandemic, honestly,
basically
one of the best.
Ron DeSantis is kind of what Trump was trying to talk about on January 6th when he was giving his speech. he was kind of talking about like Ron DeSantis being like, those are the people that are the future of the party. Those are the people we're going to support. We're going to go out and rally for. We're going to create a parallel Republican Party. And that's who he's talking about. He's talking about people like Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is not even really well liked by establishment Republican and like old boomer people. He's really kind of not. But he's very popular right now, and a lot of it is because they made him a star. The media elevated his profile by trying to make him into a boogeyman, and then every single time being fucking blowing up in their faces because they were just so desperate for.
It's literally what they did to Trump. It's like almost the same thing, the same effect.
Well, I think it's actually it doesn't work the same way because Ron DeSantis is not inherently as inflammatory as Trump. He does not give them the kind of ammo Trump did to like really take shit out of context and be crazy.
I'm talking when Trump first ran. So Trump definitely said inflammatory things when he first ran, but what I'm saying is they gave him the platform to like get his message out there. Is that all I'm saying?
Well, I don't even know if they gave him the platform to get his message out there. What they did is they just raised his profile. Who the fuck knew who Ron DeSantis was before this past year? Not a lot of people. You know, like he just was not like a superstar. Like he's like a Ted Cruz or a Marco Rubio. At least you know their names, right?
Yep. Yeah, he's definitely going to be a guy that if you see his name on a ballot, you'll be like, oh, I know that guy. You'll definitely as part of it.
But he is kind of like the Trump in what you kind of want Trump to be like.
Because
you want he's even
well-mannered Trump.
He's even-keeled, well-spoken. He's clear about what he's saying.
And he's not afraid to buck back a little bit. You can see that, like during those, he doesn't just like bend over.
Yeah, but he has the he has the knowledge. He's like, you're literally, I'm telling you what it is, and you just don't believe me because you don't like me. Like that's all this is.
Well, it's the same thing that they did to like Avi Yemeni on that comedian from New Zealand or Australia.
Jim Jeffries.
Jim Jeffries, like when Avi put that shit out there. And they literally were placing different questions with different answers.
Yeah, which is completely fucked.
It's like really like sleazy shit.
Like, I don't know how the fuck you get away with that. Like that's really bad.
But this is one of the things that the Project Veritas lawsuit against the New York Times could really change things fundamentally, because basically as it stands right now, the media can basically lie. And nothing can really happen to them. Like with anti-SLAPP law and like all this other crazy shit.
It's really hard to present a case.
Well, for a public person, okay? Yes. Because newspapers, used to get sued all the time, constantly by guys because you said an opinion about them that they didn't like.
Yes.
Right. So like, oh well, fucking this guy's an asshole, and then they sue you. So like they started doing the anti-SLAPP. Like you can't just say shit just because you don't like it.
Yeah, the standard is very high when you're public.
Like, you got to really be able to prove it. And with malicious, it's got to be malicious.
You got to say that they knowingly did it. They put it in here in a context to damage you.
Right.
Yeah.
And like when you saw, I don't know if you watched the Project Veritas video. I think everyone should go watch it. The one about the New York Times breakdown of basically what the judge's response was with the motion of dismissal. Did you watch it?
No, I don't think I did.
Fantastic, because they actually they even. Like, I know you don't like it, but they actually get like a voice actor to use and read it, and it's like pretty good. But they fucking I swear, dude, the judge literally says. So they literally. Do you want to know what the New York Times said, Sean? This was their defense for motion of dismissal, and it said, our newspaper basically you can't tell us that it's you can't verify that what we said we knew wasn't true. Mm-hmm. And they basically admit that there is an opinion here and this is not news. Mm-hmm. Like they admit that blatantly. They're like, but you can't verify that we didn't know or that what we knew at that time, basically.
Yeah.
And the judge literally goes it's hilarious. Like he talks shit to the New York Times. And the New York Times knows where this is fucking going. It's already done. It's going. So basically for a motion of dismissal, but the judge can determine it a couple ways: dismiss it, or dismiss the motion to dismiss. No, yeah, you're good. We'll give you that. No longer, the lawsuit can't go forward. Or they can give you a motion of dismissal without appeal, which is really bad. That means the judge says you have no fucking answer. Like, you're moving on to Discovery. We're going to the next phase.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to sit there and depose you. So it's going to be fucking pretty spicy shit. And I'm pretty excited. But what the judge was saying was like, it is a blatant truth. It's a fact that you admitted to putting opinion in here, basically. Like, you admitted it to committing disinformation yourself. While you're a multi-billion-dollar org, this is basically what he said. Like, you're a multi-billion-dollar or media company versus like a little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you doing this? Like, basically. And he's like, yeah, we're moving forward. And it's pretty stark. Like, the words he used. There's a 20-minute video on Project Veritas on YouTube. Go check it out. Where it's really good. And it's pretty cool to see how big of a... This is the first time since 2019 when the anti-slap law that was put in effect in New York has been defeated. Pretty cool. But this is the first time I think that the New York Times had, like, a judge has decided to go past a motion of dismissal without appeal in like decades. Like, it's been a long time. So this is like really important. The last one was Times v. Sullivan, which is a famous case that kind of set up all this defamation stuff.
Yeah.
Made it very difficult to sue newspapers. But the way they're behaving is absolutely all the media.
Well, they're just arrogant, entitled.
No, but it's not even that. They're literally lying. They're bold-faced lying. It's beyond arrogance.
Yeah, but that's what it comes
hubris? Hubris. It's hubris.
I think it's the same thing.
It's the same thing, but it's more Greek, and I like it.
No, it's yeah. I mean, I think that's what it is. They've just lived high on the hog for so long. They don't think that the rules apply to them.
If you lie in the news, I believe you should be shot.
I mean, like, what the fuck happened?
You knowingly lie, you should be executed.
I wish that, like, Nick Sandmann case never went to settlement.
Yeah.
I wish that they had gone after them for fucking everything, but they went to settlement.
Well, do you know why they went to settlement?
You want to
know why?
A lot of money.
Well, no, it's not even that. But who was running the case?
Lynn Wood.
You know him?
Was it Lynn Wood? Oh, yeah.
And do you think Lynn Wood is the type of guy that's going to be like, yeah, we need to fight this? Or he's like, I'm going to take my $2 million and...
Yeah, because I bet you that was a nice little chunk of change, but between all those outlets, but that right there should have been the thing. I mean, that was like so egregious, so disgusting.
No, but that's why they never even went for motion to split. It was so apparent that they lied. It was like so egregious.
Oh, it's not even that they lied, that they spin. Yeah, well, I guess they did lie, and then
he's
spin it up.
He's a private person, though.
I know that. No, that's what I'm saying. But that was
like way easier.
But they do this shit to people all the time. They got meme makers. They'll go show up at your fucking house because you posted something on Facebook they didn't like. People forget about that stuff. Like this guy that was down in spring break dressed like the Joker. Yeah, he was like some party dude. He's fucking drunk, and he was just like yelling about vaccines. Some drunk dude. He had Joker makeup on, no shirt on. Down and having a blasted spring break. So CNN or one of these outlets found out who he was, reported that he was doing what he was doing, and then made a report about his personal life, talking about yeah, his marriage has been on the rocks.
Or what about that guy?
What is that relevant to anything? Like, you guys can't even go to like fucking speak truth to the power to people that are actually doing real legitimate harm in the government and stuff. You just want to lick their assholes and their taints, but some jerk off, some nobody.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
But did you see the guy that, like, he was at a concert or something and he held up like, hey, pay me like for beer, and he had his like Cash App or Venmo or something.
Yeah. And
it became a viral trend. And he got like $1 million.
Wow.
Or something crazy, right? So he was donating it all to charity. And so he was like, hey, like, this is crazy. I'm going to donate it all to charity. Really nice guy. And he ended up posting something on Facebook, like some racial slur.
Oh, yes.
Or something on Twitter. And they tried to destroy him. And it's like, really?
Yeah.
Like, the guy that's giving $1 million away, like, he doesn't have to.
Yeah, you're going to go find something that's probably not actually offensive. It's like you have to be an asshole to, like, be offended by it.
No worse than the Teen Vogue chick that just got fired, the editor. Like, yeah. No worse than what she said.
And it was probably from a couple years ago.
It was from, he was like 12 or 13. Yeah, he's like 22.
Exactly.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
That's the insanity. Even that Teen Vogue editor That's just like she wrote that stuff when she was
Well,
a
fuck
teenager.
her,
well,
fuck her,
in principle, fuck her because she's the
yeah.
kind of person that calls for the censorious behavior.
Yeah.
But
yeah, fuck her.
but we know that it's wrong, and we know that it's wrong,
definitely wrong
that you hold an adult accountable for something they did when they were like 15.
It's just like pot calling the kettle black.
The idea that you're not like a vastly different person by the time you're 25 or 30 is insane. Like, it's just insane. But.
All right, I want you to. I sent a video to you on Twitter. I would like to play that really quick. It makes you feel good. It's Canada. I thought it was America at first, but it's pretty fun. It's a good little clip, and there's one more I want to watch after.
Okay.
Let me know when you got that one pulled up.
Hold on.
Because I know we gotta go soon.
There we go. This is the absolutely spectacular one.
It's fun. It's fun.
This is a real heartwarming video. These people are about to be kicked out of this restaurant.
So we just got Philo and health inspector here.
I am a woman, and I follow common law, so you have no jurisdiction for your feet. And you see the signs on the door there, so no trespass. Okay, can you understand what you're doing here? You're trespassing on my private property. You don't agree? Okay, all right.
Well, we are. You're gonna ask to leave. Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out!
The song of my people.
All right, now the thing I just gotta say to this is,
I say, go get a job. Go get a real job, you
if this
fucking
was Black
punk.
Lives Matter, they would have beat you to death. Okay,
Maybe, perhaps.
But like this is the level that even in polite Canada, they're kind of like they've been over it for a while. And I sent you one more on Twitter. It's
Yeah, I
actually
got it
pretty-
right, yeah.
It's I just wanted to see it. You know.
Well, no,
Why not
I mean,
watch it?
we watched. Remember, we watched those people in upstate New
Yep.
York. I mean, it's kind of
Yep.
a similar thing. These little fucking fascist, authoritarian state bootlickers. They actually have no authority. It's only the authority you give them. They can't. They
That's
don't
what
have.
I'm
They don't have
saying.
warrants. They can't write you a fine. They can't do
Well,
anything.
they can write you a fine.
Well,
they can.
come back
Yes, they
with it and can't the police cite them? But they
No.
They can cite
Yes.
you.
Yes, they can.
I don't
Yep.
like it. I don't agree with it.
It's any health city official. It's like it's like, do you think, you know, that a person in your city can come fine you for not cutting your lawn? But they can. Like, it's not the police
Well,
that does
depending-
that.
yeah.
It's a you know, like in my old neighborhood, I got a warning from the city saying if you don't cut your lawn in 6-7 days, then we will fine you $130 or $150, whatever it was.
Yeah.
That's the city doing that. You know, it's not the police that will come up. They'll just like fucking send you a ticket, I guess, or whatever.
Well, I guess, and at some point the police are going to show up, though. If you just like,
I guess,
I ain't
I guess.
mowing. I ain't
No,
doing
they'll
it.
just take it from your bank account like they did to those
I
guys in
ain't
New
paying.
Jersey.
I ain't
Did
mowing.
you hear about that?
What
They
happened?
took like $100,000 out of the $150,000 out of those guys' account. Like just took it out of their bank account. It was an Atlas gym.
Oh
in New
yes,
Jersey.
yes, I did hear about that.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, which should be criminal. That should be illegal. You have no right
yeah.
to, like, because basically
Government asset seizure, dude.
I was just basically like, no, then I guess I go to jail. Like, you don't just get to take the fucking money from me. Like, that's not how that works. At least it shouldn't.
Unfortunately, that is, I guess, how it works. I'm ready whenever you are
All
to
right.
watch this. I just see this.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Because I think it's really rich for any Republican, especially a white man, to run around and claim that they care about the economic condition of black communities and black businesses when that's all a lie. Okay, there's nothing in their policies.
Just please let her finish.
That they've done. The other thing is that I don't work for the Biden administration.
Eric, I'm so sorry. We can't hear you. I'm going to let Aisha finish.
I don't work for the Biden administration, never have, but what I am is a black person in America. And everything that these voting laws stand for and what they look like are reminiscent reminiscent to the Jim Crow policies that my family's lived under. Every single thing about it. So this is all about racial discrimination. And how dare you try to act like you are somehow a proponent of black people in businesses just to make a point and to try to create a wedge. It's ignorant and it's just disrespectful.
That's disgusting. I'm done. Put me off. That's disgusting. I am nowhere anything you're painting me to be. And the problem with American politics is exactly that. Because I'm white, you think I'm racist. That's BS. I'm done.
Will you just stay, Eric? Will you just stay for this question? So the question we've got, Aisha, stay for one question, Eric. Let me put this to you because
I don't know why I'm staying here. I don't know why. I need an apology.
Let me put to you the question that Mitch McConnell was saying.
For being offended. No.
Aisha, okay. I think we've lost Eric.
A little childish, but I think at the same principle though, the lies that this woman is spouting on the left, this African American lady, is fucking disgusting. It's like they're trying to compare expanding early voting, and all this shit that IDs, like, it's like, what are you fucking talking about, you psycho? What the fuck? Blows my fucking mind.
No, it's well, and that's the thing. And they all just use vague terms. They don't even address anything that's actually anything of substance or anything that was actually.
This is like Jim Crow. My family grew up under it.
They
like,
just
really?
say that,
Maybe you should give them a fucking call and ask them if they're segregating. Like, hey, like, it's like they're acting like we're trying to fucking I'm done with them. I'm done with them. And you can't argue with these people. You can't even talk to these people.
Get out.
Yeah. No, you can't. You can't argue. That's the problem. Like, you can't actually argue with them. And then you obviously have people on these news outlets, these interview shows or whatever, that are completely like, why let this woman keep talking? This dude's trying to get in. He's trying to say his piece, trying to defend himself. No, we're going to let Aisha keep talking just for another 10 seconds to say
she's
what?
She's a black woman. She needs to be able to
say
talk,
what? Like, what else would she have to say? Like, you got to let people defend themselves, especially against kind of heinous bullshit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's heinous.
And,
like,
it's like, why does anyone ever ask them to cite what they're talking? Like, why don't you tell me what?
Oh, but it's not, Dan, it's worse than that. You are not even allowed to talk about it if you have the wrong skin color. Like, that's fucking wrong. That's fucking wrong. And it doesn't matter who says it. It doesn't matter who says it. It's fucking wrong.
I feel lucky that I grew up in a time where it wasn't like completely racially concentrated. Like, everything was racially concentrated. There was definitely things you were aware of, like, but
that's just your privilege, then. You didn't understand. You didn't get it.
Yeah, that's right. That's
you
exactly
fucking stupid cracker. Look at this cracker. Look, he's over there like Foghorn Leghorn over here trying to think, what are you in? What are you in? Steely Dan? Is that the name of your group?
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, let's check out this. I've watched this a few times.
Last video.
Yeah, it juices me a little bit.
Okay, because I gotta piss soon. So yeah.
Okay.
I can make this.
All right. Well, 2 minutes.
Get out of property immediately. Get out.
Get out! I love it.
Get out of this property immediately.
Why
can't
you punch them? It's your property. Like, get the fuck out.
I don't want to hear a word. Out! Out! Out of this property.
Gestapo.
Immediately until you come back with a warrant. Out! 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 Out of this property. Immediately out! Immediately go out and don't come back. I don't want to talk to you. Not a word. Out of this property. Immediately out. I don't care what you have to say.
What do you think? How do you think these people feel? Do you think they feel bad, or do you think they feel like entitled?
I don't think they feel that bad. No.
You don't think they feel bad? Like, maybe what we are doing is wrong. You think that ever crosses any of their minds?
Did it cross the Nazis? Probably not very often. They just do it because they feel. Listen, it's the same. It's appeal to authority. No, they just feel like because they're being told to that it's okay, because it's not really them doing it. It's the government. It's like, how many times have you heard like, "Hey man, it's just my job."
I know that.
That's exactly.
Yeah, 100%. But still, internally, you might feel a certain way about it. You've had to do things you didn't like. I mean.
Yeah, no, I've definitely had to like arrest people or something like I didn't want to do. But like, they got caught, and there's not a lot I could do. Like, you got caught with a DUI, you got caught fucking, beating your girl or something. Like, I don't feel like I got to do this, man. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, that's different though, I guess. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's all bullshit. Fuck the police.
Out! Out of this property, you Nazis.
I just like.
Out.
Why can't you just shoot them? They're on your property.
Gestapo is not allowed.
Oh, this is Canada.
I know. I'm just saying though. They should. That's why gun ownership is so important. They wouldn't feel so easy just walking in like a bunch of armed
It's
fucking
like,
assholes.
Gestapo. What are you talking about, sir?
Yeah.
Well, this is like the thing. People just don't even
They're
recognize.
building a fence around a church right now.
They don't even recognize these broad, obvious parallels to awful things that have happened throughout human history.
Yeah, but people were saying the same thing about Trump sending federal agents to go protect the federal courthouse.
Yeah, but that's
like,
yeah, but they're not comparable. There's not even
stormtroopers.
They're not the same thing, though. We know that
they're
not
not
the same thing.
They're not. They weren't going into people's private spaces.
Exactly. It's
and
100% intellectually dishonest to frame it that way.
Yeah.
When people do, I think it's bullshit.
All right,
but.
let's finish this up.
Immediately, Gestapo is not allowed. Out. Do you understand?
It's like they have more people here. Like they have like fucking like that's like that. You're breaking COVID rules right there. No one's 6 feet apart. Everyone's huddled in the fucking door. Just fuck up.
Because it doesn't actually matter. Like that's
it doesn't. No. It's fucking wild.
So go, and don't come back without the warrant. Out, Nazi. Out.
I love it.
Out. You understand?
Well, I don't
like.
Listen, if they don't have a fucking warrant and somebody comes in and they try to disperse this crowd and they say no, go fuck yourself.
They were doing it in New York.
I know,
Sean,
but why wouldn't you just fucking leave? Like, what is the point in standing there and arguing with this dude when you're like, okay, I guess we'll have to go get a warrant? Like, if that's what you can do, then go do it. Well, why stand there and do this? Like, it's so fucking. It's like this power trip bullshit. Like, no, sir, this is for your safety. Like, you're a fucking moron.
Dude, those are the. Did you see what Ted Lieu said today? That shit I retweeted?
Yes, I did.
He's like, we're here for the government. We're here to help. And I'm like, yeah, that's like the thing you want to, like, that's the last thing you hear, like, before something bad happens or something. I said.
Oh, you said something like how many good things have happened after somebody said this or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
And then I'm like, hashtag public safety, hashtag trust me. Yeah, it's pretty ingenious.
Here, out. And don't come back without the warrant. Do not come back without the warrant. You understand that? You're not welcome here. Nazis are not welcome here. Gestapo is not welcome here. Do not come back, you Nazi psychopaths. Unbelievable, sick, evil people.
I wanted that as my ringtone. Unbelievable, sick, evil people.
Psychopaths.
Intimidating people in a church during the Passover.
Ay, ay, ay.
Gestapo, Nazi, communists, fascists. Don't you dare coming back here.
Now you're making fun of immigrants, Sean. That's not okay. That's pretty much the end.
Yeah. But it's a good there's a follow-up video actually, and he did a interview on kind of a spicy live stream the other night. But
I saw that with somebody. Yeah, he was on somebody. I think he's on a couple.
He was on it's called The Kill Stream. It's one of the most awful podcasts ever. But he was on that. I was very surprised to see him on there. I was like, holy shit. Wow, that's weird. But anyways, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Nice short, keep it tight this week. We'll be back Friday to record. It'll be up Friday night at some point. Yes. And then we'll be back next week. And try to be a little bit more, I don't know, maybe more prepared next week. We want to do the Vegas shooter thing, right? That's what we're trying to work towards.
Vegas shooter. I totally forgot. Yeah, yes.
But we're going to actually have to, like, put stuff together for that. But
yes, 100%.
All right, everybody. You have the best night ever, and we'll see you next time.
Talk later.